Hey everyone, your girl list here is now officially 10:30. Grim and I just had a really good talk for about 30 minutes, so obviously she's really worried about me on the 4th of July. Well, and I guess we're inching closer, so I guess I can give a little bit of a hint. So obviously she doesn't want me to drive such a distance, right? Because there's only actually the night before. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyhow, guys, so yes, she obviously, we talked about that a little bit. And I told her that I was like, don't worry, right? Turn on the four ways, right? Hold on the horn, right? And keep it at about 20 over, right? For, good hunks of time, right? And since you're going a distance, it actually helps in the long run, right? It's not just a really short trip, right? So, anyhow, she's like, oh God, right? And then we talked about, um, mom and dad, but again, I'll get again into that maybe later on this year and definitely next year for sure. But maybe towards the end of this year, I'll get into that. Anyhow, guys, and then she's like, well, don't you ever drink, Um, and yeah, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. Then we talked about the job, and I'm probably not gonna take that extra time just because of her as well, and a lot of her times are super demanding, right? And obviously sporadic things that come up, obviously. You guys saw that already, right? Where I've had to take her to the doctors, right? On a dime, because she has to call and just get an appointment that day, So with her health and everything, probably just going to increase my hours just a little bit, probably about 30, right? So 2 hours extra each shift, and then on my Friday, so the weekend, Monday, 2 extra hours, go in maybe at noon, and then officially just 2 to 8. But anyhow, guys, so it's definitely a good 30 minutes. I definitely did a lot of research as well. So obviously Carissa Dives, obviously I really like her page. So obviously I subscribe to her. She's not the, no, she's the third. Yeah, she's the third. But actually it took like 4 videos, but you could say, she's not the first. Well, she actually is the first in that realm because it was about 4 or 5 different shorts and then her video. So I did post a cool comment. I have yet to see her like it, but that's okay. She, people get busy. They don't always respond right away. And then, also, I did watch on the Smyrna Sharks, right? Since you guys know that's where I'm going for my second round, that they officially have, a lot of times during the, higher surf, right? Because there's such a short visibility. And I do think that answers my question as to why the sharks can't distinguish the difference. So, yes, there's obviously that. And then there's obviously all the fish in the inlets, too. Because it's like, well, why not in Australia? Why not in, Africa? Well, there we have it. So, yes, that was crazy. And then the one person was getting off their paddleboard, right? And they got bit. That's wild. Um, and then they did show the end of the pier too, which was nice. So that's officially a little bit where I'm gonna be, but I'm not gonna spoil it for myself. So yes. Also the fish jumping out right over his paddleboard, right? And then the shark comes out after them. Guys, that's wild. But anyhow, guys, so officially though, then I watched some 60 Minutes. I did watch their thing about sharks. That was really, really cool. Um, to see or to realize that the orcas were actually hunting them. So, that was definitely wild. But then there was furthering research once they pulled the orcas out. Um, they realized that it could actually, or I'm sorry, the other side of the argument was, um, and that's also where the guy was getting those magnificent photos that we see, right? Where they jump out and get the way seals, right? That was crazy. But anyhow, obviously the other side of the coin is saying, well, no, it's your guys' fishing nets. You should have like sonar things in the ocean, right, to protect swimmers, right? So once they get so close to it, their sonar goes crazy and they swim away, right? So they obviously said that, and it's fishing nets and anything else gets caught up in them too, which is not cool, right? So it's like, yeah, the he's like, well, we need to work together, right? And that's why they're not coming back to this area, right? So obviously, over years, 90% of the population, though, comes back to that area, right? So, but the great whites aren't doing that in this area because of all of these other factors, right? So it's like, let's not worry about what's not in our control, which is the orcas, right? Let's worry about what's in our control. So yeah, guys, that was really, really cool as well. Um, and I did watch, since obviously I didn't I didn't ask the girls, and I should have. I can't believe I didn't do that, guys. I'm so bummed by that. So obviously, the girls I played volleyball with, right, were flight attendants. So I watched one of those crazy story times. Well, it was a story time. It's just multiple different questions, right? Person lying about the cigarette butt. That's pretty sad, honestly. The squirrel, right? It's like, no, a squirrel is not a cat or a dog, right? And then people farting, which was crazy. It's like, oh yeah, here's some coffee instead, So, yeah, it was definitely a really, really fun one. And then obviously the girl, 14-year-old girl, right? Her mom was drunk. It's like, oh, wait, okay, so the girl didn't get off with her mom. Uh-oh, I gotta turn back around. So, yes, guys, that was wild. And then and they did also watch another 60 Minutes with a guy that I never heard of. But I definitely liked a lot of what he had said, in his, his running for office and everything. And also, he also goes off, kind of what my stance is, right? Or Scott Pelley actually said that, with his Colism or whatever. It's like true dedication. And obviously, yes, I have that since my experience. And obviously, you guys have seen that on my page too. So that was it was just a really, really good night, guys, to officially get all caught up and totally in the mood, right, to get these sharks. It doesn't look like, because it's such short water, like I'm gonna need all those extra things, so the sharks don't mistake me, but I'm definitely gonna do it, just to be sure. But again, we'll work on all of that whole kit and caboodle then, tomorrow, or I'm sorry, closer to the trip time. So yes, that's one of the last things, but not it starts the last maybe 10 things that I really set in stone. But it's definitely high on that final list, right? Which again, it goes off exactly what the Scott Pelley interview was all about. So anyhow, guys, I'll officially go ahead and get going. It is now officially 10:40, so it'll be a real quick, time for a last dependency thing. What, Momo?
If you want to help me tomorrow, maybe we could make your macaroni salad.
I know, we will. Yeah, guys, I did tell her that we have to make that. So yeah, tomorrow, we can make that. So anyhow, guys, yes, I'll officially go ahead and get going. Like I said, might be the whiskey or the almost midnight rain, guys. But everywhere I go, I can just see the Florida coast and see the ocean just way out there. So anyhow, guys, I'll officially go ahead and get going. And this will be my final dependency test, obviously. Again, you guys know I don't have dependency, but yes, it will officially be my final of that experiment, right? Since obviously Freaky Friday, right? You guys already know Freaky Friday, right? Last week. Anyhow, talk to you guys later. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So it's now officially 8:10. Obviously, I didn't do the best, obviously, sleeping and getting ready for sleep. So obviously you guys know a lot of screen time right before bed, but it did take me 40 minutes, even with all of that super happy, exciting, um, times last night. So that's okay though. So it wasn't the best experiment of, as far as dependency, right? And again, you guys know I don't have dependency, but I just wanted to do it just one more time and see. So definitely tonight I will do it again. Um, it'll definitely be the last time that I do it though. So yeah. Anyhow, guys, I'm officially gonna go ahead and wake up here. I just wanted to come on and share that it took me 40 minutes, and even that is really good despite all of the screen time that I had right up until the 10 o'clock hour. I did have obviously 30 minutes of relaxing time, but it's obviously rather bright in my Gram's bedroom, right? So, yeah, obviously, she's super blind, right? So, yeah, it's definitely a good little experiment here. So, anyhow, guys, I'm officially going to go ahead and get going, and I'll talk to you guys once I'm done with breakfast. I'm going to start these after breakfast. I have the light on so I don't forget.
There, Keystone Central put through a
One full week, Momo. Well, one full week and one day. Tomorrow morning when we wake up, it'll be a week till my favorite holiday, Independence Day. Very happy and excited for it. Alright guys, this is also my second glass now. I'm gonna go ahead and obviously I just started my my sheets. Now I have to obviously start my clothes. So I have out my mesh bags, and here we go. Hey everyone, your girl list here is now officially 9:35. As you guys just saw, I officially have all of my mesh bags already and all of my dark colored clothes. So now with it being about 9:35, I am going to watch a story time. So one of those story times. Which one though? Well, the suicide ones. We're gonna officially watch one of those. And then we are officially going to do my 3-mile run today. Obviously, I was thinking about going for a run and then obviously doing another GoPro drop, right? So you guys remember right before Florida, I had tested it with all that chain. And I figured out it was just the chain. And obviously, stuff goes through the chain. Not stuff. Sound. There we go. Sound waves actually go through that chain more than you would think. And it was, scraping across that metal bar there to prevent people from falling off into the creek. So obviously with the rain last night, creeks are probably pretty high. So we're not going to do that. I was also going to go running, but then go swimming around too. But it is rainy day activities, and I would really again like to practice the paddleboard and actually practice like with a steady flow too, and also I can't practice getting up on the paddleboard with the pool, right? So obviously I'm not taking my paddleboard into the pool area. So unfortunately, because of that, because of the rain and everything, we'll just do my 3-mile run later today. We'll finish that off, and then probably next set of days off, right before the 4th of July. It's supposed to be super, super nice, guys. Hotter than the hubs. It's going to be like 90 degrees outside. Absolutely amazing, guys. Right in time for the 4th of July, my favorite holiday. So yes, it's going to be hotter than the hubs. So probably the day before that I go there. So what is that, Wednesday the 2nd? Yeah, because, well, no, actually I sleep somewhere on the 3rd, the night before. So yeah, so we'll have Wednesday and Thursday. So, and also there isn't much rain then the days before. So like, I looked at the weather, it said not much for Monday and Tuesday. So obviously the last night's storms will be out of here. And also, with me being kind of close where I embark from, me being kind of close to that rapids, I definitely want to do it again when it hasn't rained the night before, and just give all that, just because I consider myself almost to intermediate, but not quite to intermediate. So, yeah, I definitely want to work on that. So, yes, like I said, today will just be the run. No GoPro drop, no run and then GoPro drop and then, practicing in the pool. So, yeah, it'll just be just a run today. Finish off some of these rainy day activities, and then definitely next week, though, for sure. Like I said, on my days off, before the 4th of July, I'll officially do that. And that'll be nice to do that run then, because it's basically at the start of the month, and obviously, it's at the start of the month, and then you start your, July, right? Full marathon month. So yeah, it'll definitely be really, really fun, honestly, to do that next week. Yes, guys, it is officially flash and go. My run is officially flash and go. And I'm not gonna be flashing, right? But I'm definitely, it's given me the go ahead to go get this run done today. So yes, guys, here I officially am. One of the places I was actually going to run at today, unfortunately, there was massive holes that obviously the township needs to fix. So, yes, I decided to come the whole way here again, guys. Oh my god. I'm only going to do 3 miles, as you guys know. I thought yeah, guys, there's something out there in the field. What is it? Oh my god, guys, what is it? Oh my god, look. What is this? Guys, what is that? Guys, what is that? I have no idea what that is, but holy cow, guys, that is insane. So yes, I will officially go ahead and just do a real quick 3 miles. I actually have to calculate it yet and see exactly how much I have to do. That's gonna be eating at me, so that I don't know what that is. And I don't have any binoculars, guys. And yes, guys, also speaking of flash and go, so no, the street sign, or whenever it's time for the race, there's usually like a horn or like a shoot up out of a, what do you call them? Them inflatable things that they are. The banner, the inflatable banners, yeah, there's usually like a shoot up. So it's not flash and go, but yeah, anyhow, you guys get the point. It took me a minute trying to come up with something there. So yes, they do not flash go, they scream go or shoot out go. There we go. So yes, so a little bit different obviously than Sam Hunt's, but anyhow guys, let's officially go ahead and get this run done. So here we go. To hell with the closure, save it for another time. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. Yes, guys, to hell with the closure, to hell with, just another time until the closure. Let's save it for a cloudy day, guys. No, actually, that song actually ruins the beat totally of Chris Young's beat. So, obviously, you don't want high-paced air guitar, right, and all of that. Obviously, I covered that before, right? Some things that musicians do, though, literally blows your mind. Because, obviously, like, anybody can think of anything, like, for example, it's Britney, bitch, right? And then Bohemian Rhapsody piano. No, it just doesn't go together. But some of these people, you just ask them to give you a beat, and they got it. So, they are absolutely crazy, guys, those musicians. But yes, guys, to hell with the closure, to hell with the end of the month coming up, to hell with all of that. Let's get it done on a cloudy day, which is basically the same as a rainy day.
but there are a few peaks of sun. So to hell with the closure, let's get it done. And that's what I did. And obviously you guys remember that same exact mindset last year in the fall time, right? So my entire shift, literally the entire shift, literally every single day that I worked. So it'd be the weekend, all weekend long, basically my entire shift. Remember how fast I did my shifts? To hell with the closure, save it for another time. To hell with the closure, save it for another time. And yes, guys, that is exactly what I did today. Whew! That feels so good to finally have that out of the way. Whew! 3.2 to finish the month, guys. Well, actually, it's 3.37. Whew! And you guys can see that, animal, whatever the heck it was, it's out of there now. I bet you it went into that tall grass over there. But remember last year too, right? Remember I looked back and there was the buzzard back there? Yeah. Or no, the buzzard was back there, I think. So that was the last Wildest Wednesday. We still got a whole about 2 months until that Wildest Wednesday anniversary. But so far this year, guys, we have 5. Absolutely insane, guys. And we were really close at the start of the month too. You guys remember that? Yeah, that's crazy, guys. So anyhow, guys, I'll officially go ahead and get home. It's now about 12:20, so officially go ahead and get home, get some lunch. Not really sure what I'm gonna have. I know I have some tater tots. I know also I have to help out Graham with the macaroni salad, so we're gonna get that done today. So yeah, like I said, guys, to hell with the closure, guys. You can save it for another time. And that's what we did. To hell with the closure. Save it for another. I'm just going to be saying that all my whole entire drive back home. To hell with the closure. Save it for another time. To hell with yes. Obviously, yes, that also spoke volumes, right? I don't think I had much in my music video. I have to actually go back through and watch it again. I don't think I had. Well, I think I just kind of talked about it because, yeah. Anyhow, guys, like I said, to hell with the closure. Let's save it for another time. And yes, that is the exact same Floridian mindset that I had at the start of the year, and it's the same exact mindset that I have right now. So, anyhow, guys. Just over 100 days, guys. Just over the 100 mark. Alright, guys. Let's officially go ahead and get home. Maybe I'll do a hot girl jamming, you know. Open up my moonroof. Yeah. Heck yeah. And, well, obviously this little ringlet. I don't have any bobby pins. So hopefully it stays up. If it gets too bad, I'll just have to close it, guys. Right? But we are not going to be closing this. Right? This is my mindset right now, right? Way high up here, far distance goals, right? So we can literally, to hell with the closure, right? Well, we can actually close this. So this closure is okay. But everything else, Super Lush Life, to hell with the closure. Save it for another time, guys. Save it for another time. Alright, guys, here we go.
A carbless and dry mumu. Peanut butter banana.
What?
Carbless, it's carbless peanut butter banana, and it's also dry bananas. And there's also steady jello, steady peachiness. I think that's so cool. You know? What do you call that? Water in its near solid state? Because this is water.
No, it's a gelled state.
A gelled state. So that's in between frozen and liquid.
Well, it's the gel that you had, the jello that you had, that makes it like that.
That's right, Mama. Let's go ahead and get some peachy.
Like that.
I was like, why are you so obsessed with me? Why are you so obsessed with me?
Alright guys, so official time 6:43. I actually just screenshotted the ending right there. So you guys can see my total time. Now I will officially go ahead and get my shower. Then we can spend the rest of the afternoon chilling out. So here we go.
Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. It's now officially 2:44. I'm officially out of the shower, and obviously, as you guys can hear, I was just jamming out to the ending of Easy. You make it easy, easy to get away. Yes, guys, I am in love with that song this year. So anyhow, guys, just want to come on and share my happiness and my excitement. So, yes, we will officially work some then on my, once my hair dries a little bit, I'll probably do some exercise. My watch is at about 98%, so we'll officially go ahead and, you know, do the rest of those waterfalls then. So, anyhow, guys, that'll be good. And I did actually, thankfully, well, kind of, I mean, it doesn't bother me regardless. Because obviously, you know, I'm well controlled with my diabetes, but my provider couldn't do until October. Or, yeah, she couldn't do until October. She had a change in scheduling, so, and it was kind of crazy, because, well, I guess I can just tell you guys a little bit. So, yes, obviously, my provider, obviously, got rid of me, right? So they think, again, everything is inappropriate. And yes, I did directly say, straight to the nurse's face, go to hell, right? With a, well, not really with a straight face, but with a partial smile, right? Because it felt good, you know? And again, you can't blame people after so long. So I told her, it's like, well, you know, this is my new primary care doctor, and, you know, she's like, oh, I didn't know that you changed. I was like, yeah, you know, he thinks everything's inappropriate. And also, this kind of goes off, and I'll get into that here in a little bit with my story time that I saw this morning. But it's like, yeah, right? So it's like, this is actually in addition to that in general. It's like, oh, okay, so this is how people act, right? When their parents never tell them no growing up, right? So it's like, yeah, that's how people in authoritative roles, and they get corrupt because of the authoritative role. Which obviously, yes, does happen. A lot of people are in it because they like safe streets, right? Like, for example, DCNR officer stops somebody for speeding. Why? Because they don't want them to hurt themselves, right? Maybe there's a rut in the road or a deer runs out, right? So a lot of them do it for safety. Some of them let the power get to them, right? So it's like, yeah, you know, not everybody who speaks up to you screams behavioral health issues, right? And deserves your overreacting. You've just never seen yourself standing directly in front of you. And this is how people who get into the authoritative role, this is how they respond when they're never told or never stood up to. And she's like, yeah, I know, that's crazy. It's crazy how the world, you know, I see all this crazy stuff in the world nowadays, and I'm just like, what the heck? It's like, yeah, right. So, you're not that kind of operator, though, so thank you very much. You know? Yeah, so, anyhow, guys, that was kind of cool, right? To be like, yes, good job to you. I congratulate you, right? I do not congratulate those pathetic people, though. Disgraces to healthcare. So, anyhow, guys, yes, I will officially, like I said, though, go ahead and get going, let my hair dry, and then we'll get into other additions, speaking of that. Yeah, but again, my story time. So anyhow, I'll talk to you guys in just a couple minutes. You make it easy. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So obviously you guys can see, my blonde is officially starting to fade. Actually, no, it's not. It's just super, super wet right now. But anyhow, guys, I wanted to come on and share. So I just looked it up to show you guys, and this is what I was talking about. So, yes, like this is how people in the authoritative role act, right? When somebody stands up, right? They think that everything is, you know, you need to talk to them, right? In a very assertive tone. Obviously, Dr. Phil didn't do that at first, right? You know, well, Dr. Phil actually didn't do that at all in that whole video of Catch Me Outside. It's like, did you go to the 5th grade, right? Trying to get her to come down, right? Off her high cloud. But yes, for real though, like not everything, again, indicates behavioral health issues, right? Like I said with Hitler, right? Not everybody who tries to kill somebody is mentally ill, right? It doesn't always signal mental illness, right? So anyhow, guys, that was crazy. But let's get into my story time this morning.
So obviously she had exactly what I had. Oh, it's them bringing back the trash can. So she had exactly what I had, which was the supernatural, right, feeling. Something just was telling her, right? She could just feel it, right, in her bones. Yes. And obviously that reminded me of the location one, right? And all of my supernatural connections with her. So yes, obviously that was wild. And then towards the end, I really liked what he said. He's just like, yeah, these people get all weird, right? And they act all weird about it, you know? And I was like, oh, pretty similar to what I say, just obviously different context, right? There's no suicide involved, but it's like, yeah, you know, this is, you know, that's, you know, they don't know what to say, right? But sometimes, you know, even before the completion of the act, they just act all weird about it, right? Yeah. So anyhow, they pretend, right, like they don't know how to respond. Well, in some cases, yeah, you don't know how to respond, but that's usually, again, once it's completed. Beforehand, you do, right? And yes, obviously, if you were mentally incompetent, right, well, even actually people who aren't trained in like a psychological degree, right, they still know how to handle to an extent, right, like even I do, right, warning sign, everybody knows warning signs and stuff like that. But anyhow, guys, that was kind of crazy, right, to finally see somebody else, right, talk about it, right, and be like, hey, I feel this too. And I'm like, oh my god, guys, no way. So that was crazy. But also another thing, speaking of that, when people don't know what to say, that's usually when you hear the statement, just know you're not alone, right? That's usually another time of I don't know what to say. That's basically, well, that it's not basically what that is what that is. So they just say, just know you're not alone, right? Stuff like that. So that's crazy. But yeah, it was definitely really, really sad, honestly, of the story time though. She definitely fit the normal signs, right? So she was feeling really, really happy, right? And then she was, obviously she got the gun, and I'm surprised that that one's at like a warning sign to take that away, because she even said at the end of the video that usually when you take away, you know, and you give them at least a couple minutes, you know, to think, right, they can turn back, right? So that's crazy, right, and wild, honestly. So yeah, anyhow, guys, again, just a really sad kind of video. I did really, though, like the engagement that he did, you know. I don't know if I entirely agree that they let her clean the bathroom. I didn't really know about that. And then, obviously, you know, let her clean the bathroom. And then, obviously, when the clothes were given back to the sister, she had to dig through brains, she said. And I was just like, I don't know about all that. I really don't know about that. And I also don't know that they wouldn't wash the clothes. It's just a little bit, I don't know. It doesn't seem morally correct, you know, for that to have happened like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, anyhow, guys, I will officially, though, like I said, go ahead and get going. I'll add in this segment here, and then, yeah, I'll officially work on, you know, maybe my list here, but I might also watch Atypical first, but I still do have to finish my steps, and my watch should be charged now. It's in the high 90s. It was at 95 when I started this video, so probably just take it off and finish my steps, 4,000 steps, and then, yeah, we'll officially just keep winding down today, and we'll have a good work week coming up. So here we go. Hey everyone, your girl this here. So now it's officially 4:05. I wanted to come on and share that you guys can see, obviously, as well. Yes, obviously there was no shame, obviously, and or hurt feelings, right? So obviously Graham, in saying that. So yes, obviously Graham she tried to justify it and say, you don't have the authority to do that. And this is, again, where I put Graham in her place. I was like, okay, so you don't like Donald Trump saying, you're a stupid reporter, right? You don't have the authority to ask that, right? I'm the top dog in this country, right? I'm the freaking president of the United States, right? So I actually do have the authority to tell you that you're stupid, and you don't have, and I can tell you that you don't have the authority to ask me that, right? So it's like, yeah, actually, sometimes you can. And speaking of, you know, like the suicide and all of that, so obviously, you know, she had said, I think that if she would have just made it through, right, usually, again, she probably would have been better. So it's like, yes, obviously, and well, actually, the complete opposite of suicide. So, like, murder goes off what I had said. So NASA, obviously, with their, right, if there wasn't dark matter and dark energy, there wouldn't be us. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means one thing for certain is that humans are capable of evil stuff, right? So it kind of goes off what I had said with, can you blame them, right? And hopefully, and obviously the next step, right, the afterlife, right, objection to hell. It's like, well, I mean, can you blame them for believing in it, right? Whenever, you know, they've lived in a place where injustice is a daily existence, can you blame them for being happy that, you know, that doesn't go untouched, right, or unpunished, right? Can you blame them though for believing in that? Well, you still can, but you definitely don't again understand what some of these things mean for sure, right? Because like I said, if there was dark matter and dark energy, it wouldn't be us, which means humans are capable of some pretty evil things, right? So yes, that is also crazy. So obviously, again, I put Graham in her place. So that is also another time, you know, that I could add on to that. And then also, speaking of some YouTube shorts, since obviously I'm going to be probably doing some of those a little bit later on tonight. I'll probably only watch about like 10 minutes of them. But anyhow, this is also goes off what I had said with, I'm surprised we've never seen that. So it's like, yeah, I'm surprised we've never seen a time. It's like, oh, okay, right? Like a lot of those YouTube running shorts, it's like, well, you do what you gotta do, right? It's like, oh, okay, right. So you can get me in trouble, right? For using the restroom, whatever. Right, but then you're too cool to ever directly say that you're a human too, right? Your shit stinks like mine. You have red blood at the phlebotomist just like mine. And yeah, you've had times where you've really had to go too, right? So it's like, oh, okay, so you get to judge me for that, but you're too cool to, right, put your own stuff out there for judgment, right? That's really cool of you, right? You got some real good mature ways about you, right? So anyhow, guys, just wanted to come on and also share that, since obviously you do see that in the shorts too. It's like, yeah, you know, if you've never, you know, or I would love for a runner to tell me that they've never had that, right? It's like, oh, I didn't wait until that part of the morning stuff was done, right? So, I mean, yeah. Anyhow, guys, so yes, I'll officially, like I said, go ahead and get going here. And yeah, just want to come on and share all those nice little updates and additions. So anyhow, let me get back into my video. It was only in about 5 minutes, but I want to finish it. So here we go. Looks good, Mama. Looks really, really good. Good, Mama. Looks really, really good. Alright, guys, I have to put you guys on my charger, and then we'll officially end today's films after my shower. After my supper. Anyhow, here we go. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. It's now officially 5:48. I obviously got done with dinner. I did obviously set up my marathon worth of YouTube here for tonight. So since obviously I have a lot of my cleaning done, right? I did my laundry, you know, bathrooms cleaned. Obviously my, you know, floors are cleaned, right? Like all the other little odds and ends are done. I will officially, you know, go ahead and get going here. But I obviously am setting myself up. It's kind of like it's almost like a one-way street, but it's not a one-way street. So obviously I have 2 different activities that I'm basically doing for the rest of the night, which is splitting up as well, so I don't have my issue like last night. So obviously I'm going to walk here till about 6, probably watch that other documentary, and then once that's over it'll be about 7, then officially walk for like another 30 minutes. Yeah, probably about another 30 minutes. Yeah, wait, hang on, and then that'll be about 8, and then watch the other 2 videos. That'll be about till 9. Then probably what I'll do is I will listen to some relaxing music, meditation for about 10 minutes, and then that'll put me about probably around 9, just shortly after 9, and then I can officially, do my, snack, right, that I had shared before, where you wait, you count till 10, right? So if obviously tonight does drag on, I can do that. And obviously it's been a while since I had shared all of that information. And I have had a decent amount of followers, right? Increase in followers. So just like my goal with the sew job, well, I'm kind of doing that now, right? It's like, here's what you can do, right, if the night feels like it's dragging on. So if that is the case, that's what I'll do. So anyhow, guys, I officially will show all the videos here, probably just at the end, actually. And then, yeah, that'll pretty much be today's video. So thank you again, guys, so much for watching. I'm so happy and excited that I was able to just get everything done and out of the way today. So anyhow, guys, I'll talk to everyone tomorrow. Everyone, your girl List here. So I did want to come on and share. Obviously tomorrow I will show my photo of just the real little bit, honestly, but you guys can see actually as well. So I actually didn't want to go to him, right? One time, whenever they said, do you have anything else, right? Anything else I can help you with today? So I actually didn't want to go to him. So then I obviously told that operator that, my thoughts about him. And I also kind of went off then too as to what I had said before, right? With, well, there's still an issue at hand, right? But I'm just gonna, take the easy way out, right? And all of that stuff. So then obviously that is when they had said that I disrespect them even over the phone. It's like, if you can't handle that, it just speaks volumes as to why whenever you go in places that you are very controlling, an organization that is very controlling, because, people must stand up to you a lot because you feel the need to put, we will not tolerate, right? Yeah, again, they just go way too far, like the school board, right? And the fact that they have to put all those posters up, we don't tolerate this, yeah, I mean, that goes to show the kind of stubbornness that the healthcare organization is, right? So anyhow, guys, the healthcare organization that they are. But anyhow, guys, so yes, he was arrogant enough then too. As soon as he came in, he's just like, so how can I help you? It's like, really? How can you help me? Really? You need to ask that question? I think you can figure that out yourself, right? All you have to do is swipe your badge and you have access to break down the firewall, right? Random people in the street need to hack and spend years of their life trying to hack a firewall, right? You can swipe your badge and the firewall goes away and you have protected health information. So you actually know how you can help me every time you see my face. So stop it, right? But again, I knew it was going to be the last time from the time that I told the nurse to go to hell, right? So it's like, right. And she played, the mentally incompetent. I don't know what you're talking, right? Let me guess. You don't know what I'm talking Guys, maybe tonight too, if I get bored, and again, I feel like time's going, a long time, and I want to finish maybe the other half of the video tomorrow. Maybe I will definitely take time to go through the rest of the Night Agent videos and find that. But guys, it reminded me so much of my dealing, right? Throughout my life. Not just that time, but all the other, just like, let me guess, you don't know what You're mentally incompetent, right? Oh, don't use that word. I don't like that word, right? Well, again, the mean girls, right? whenever she said, I'm sorry for being a bitch, right? And pissing on your towel in summer camp, right? The teacher and the guidance counselor didn't stand up and object and say, wait, you can't use the word bitch. I don't like the word bitch. No. She got over herself and she let the word be said, right? So sometimes you need to do that, and you should actually show people that too, right? Not just, oh yeah, I understand what you're talking about, right? Sure, of course you do. You never actually see it. Alright, guys, anyhow, let's officially be done, and I'll talk to everyone tomorrow.